second. So guys, it's your favorite day.
It's my favorite day.
It's everybody's favorite day. Except Garfield.
It's
Podcast Monday. Woo!
Yeah.
So, just like the last couple weeks, I only have one major topic. This week's major topic is YCS Pittsburgh. As you know, that was the latest big event post Marks that came out. So we saw a lot of what the meta is gonna be for the next couple months, next couple months. Was it Links doesn't hit till summer? The next big set is also around that same time. So let's get started. So of course I got pretty much a lot of information from the Yu-Gi-Oh blog, the Konami.com. So we're not gonna go through all of this, but if you want to look through things such as certain matches or pairings or some other things, you can always go to their website, look at their coverage. Quick note: this event wasn't streamed compared to other events. They just didn't have the. I don't like because they usually plan this ahead. I don't think they got the approval. That's pretty much the only reason I can think of. So yeah, YCS Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of Panini Brothers, and what else we do in Pittsburgh last year?
We went to this sick hole-in-the-wall barbecue place. That was pretty good.
Yeah, barbecue and the incline.
Oh, the bridge, and then the stadiums, and then the incline.
So yeah,
and the marketplace.
A standard YCS size. We had 999 duelists, one short from 1,000. So this is, like I said, the first big deck post Marks. So we didn't see previous decks such as Paleozoic, Metaphos, Infernoids, or that's as much. Just due to the fact that Marks, you got power cards such as Ash Blossom and True Kings.
Not True Kings.
Oh, sorry, True Dracos. My bad.
Yeah, no True Kings top this event.
Pictures of the venue. If it looks familiar, I believe this is the same venue as Nats last year. Pretty spacious, and they have a restroom inside. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to catch, was it Porygon or was it Torian?
A Clefable, I think it was. Dude, that bathroom was fucking lit, dude.
I don't know anymore. So was it 8 rounds day 1, I believe 3 rounds day 2, followed by top 32. So let's
sounds about right.
Look quick. Some side events. We had the structure deck side event. The structure deck side events, for people who don't know, basically you pay entry and they give you a structure deck and you just play out of box. So a quick reminder: we just recently had 2 structure decks. So you could play either the machine, a reactor structure deck, and if you win, you get the sick mat. Or otherwise, you get the Dino Smash Fury structure deck and you play for this mat. Honestly, I think the machine one looks better.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I think these pictures are like pretty bad, but I kind of like how the purple's looking on the machine one.
No, but then the volcano's messing me up for the dinosaur one. Like, it's not symmetric.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Other side events, of course, we have the ever-popular 3v3. So basically, the first place gets uncut sheet of secrets, second place ultras, third place also ultras or supers, something like that. Super.
Something.
I don't know, we never win that shit, dude.
What? No, I wanna win a mat, dude.
No, I mean 3v3s.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I've never been in one, so I don't know. I don't know about you guys.
That's why.
Yeah. You know.
We always the school tournament series, one of the less popular events, but it's pretty generous for your schools. $1,000 for first place for your school is not bad. Granted, you're probably never gonna see that money. The giant cards, some really great giant cards this time. We have Ash Blossom of Joyous Spring as one, as well as Masterpiece, the True Draco Slaying King. So your boy has to go with the True King. I mean, yeah, True Draco. I mean, Masterpiece. That looks really nice in my opinion. Anthony?
Yeah, I'll go with the lolly then.
You don't have to claw.
I mean, I do like lollies, and it's weird. She's like sticking her tongue out, and the plant looks cool. So yeah.
Oh yeah, the plant looks very cool. So going through the first one, we had on Saturday George Machado from looks like PPG Pro Play Games winning the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Looks like using Infernoids. Deviotti looks like he won him the game. So congrats to him. He got one. He probably sold the PPG. Where's the other one? Shoot, I don't think they have the other one though. Who won? I don't know who won Master Race then. But whoever won it, congrats. You lucky, lucky man or woman. Talk to me and I'll buy it from you. The school tournament series, we have Stephen Wu, Dylan Chan, and Chester Wang Yan Ho, from Staten Island winning it. So you see the trophy in the middle, the uncut sheet of secrets. It has Ash, dude. Ash on the top left. And then booster packs and $1,000 for a school. So congrats to them. Congrats to your school. Yeah, congrats to them. By entering side events, you get points. So points playoff, that means like you have the most points. It's generally the top 4 people who have the most points. So you do the top 4 most side events. So the winner for this one, we had Wilson Lee from Brooklyn taking home a Utopia Kaiser. He was using True Draco Zodiac. So that means he played semi, like top 4 and top 2. Congrats to him. For random points playoff, so if you enter any side events, you're automatically entered into this event. So like you just play with one side event and that's it. You can still be able to play this event. I'm sorry, you still might be able to be picked to play it out. So we have Nicholas Minil, sorry if I mispronounced that, from Westminster, Maryland. I thought it was Westminster, California. Using Zodiac Kaiju to take home the Utopia Kaiser. We're gonna explain more in depth about Zoo in a bit. The 3v3 tournament. It looks like PPG won again. TPPG winning it. We have Stefan Roach, Melvin Torres, and I'm having a brain fart. I can't see his name. It's Kyo Carranza. They took home the 3 sheets of Marks Uncut. Congrats to them. We got stuck our 3v3 game, Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully at the next event we do it.
Next big event, regionals don't count, unfortunately. So, top 32. One of the bigger surprises to some people, not to a majority of them, we see that all 32 slots, top 32, was some sort of zoo variant. We see 13 Pier Zoo, 8 Draco Zoo, 7 Kaiju Zoo, 1 Plant Zoo, 2 Infernoid Zoo, and 1 Paleozoic Zoo. Pier Zoo will go to later, as well as the other 3. Plant Zoo is using the Plant Engine, Predator Plant, Darlington Cobra. The one that it's special summons another one. The other one, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it'll search for Instant Fusion or any other fusion, or Brilliant Fusion. Then you can go off. Inferno Zoo is self-explanatory, as well as Paleozoic Zoo. Some famous names we see top 32. We see Aaron Furman, UDS Winter, I want to say. The East Coast one?
Whatever the East Coast one was.
Yeah. See other names I recognize. Faisal Khan. Shouts to Dennis wherever he is. He knows what. Jeff Jones. Dale Bellato.
No.
Jeffrey Michael Alexander Jones. Yes. Dale Bellato. Max Reynolds. Maximilian John Edward Why do they both have 4 names?
It's because of their full names.
Yeah. So those are some big players I recognize. There might be more, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. Before we go there, let's go to Dragon Duels. Dragon Duels for kids 12 or under, they first play out through battle packs or draft. And then the winner of Saturday plays the winner of Sunday, and they can bring their own deck. The prize, of course, is the Dark Lords. I'm pretty sure all these been reprinted, though. They really need to bump up the prize, dude. So, do I have names here? So we have Corey Peralta from Rome, New York, against Justice Long from Xenia, Ohio. Ooh, so Peralta's playing Burning Abyss, Phantom Knight, Paleozoic. Long's playing Metaphors. So it looks relatively standardish. Oh no, sorry, Metaphor Zoo with Ignister. I miss Ignister.
Wow. Man, fuck you, Billy. I hated that card. The card was the worst. It was the most evil card in the game. Dude, man, that card outed everything. So sad.
So we have Justice Long taking it with his Metaphors. Shouts to Team Instinct. Yeah, that's right, Anthony.
Wow. Okay. Whatever. That Asian kid looks a bit too older. Wait, is he Asian?
No.
No, Justin Long. Yeah, he looks way older than he should, dude.
It's just the hair.
Probably.
Yeah. Congrats to him. He won the Dark Lord YCS prize cards. Spoiler alert: Aaron Furman from New Jersey, the UDS champion, won playing True Draco Zoo, beating out the likes of Peter Zhang. And I think he played Brandon Beckman in top 4. So, of course, top 3 gets Utopia Kaiser. Brandon Beckman, although he doesn't get the card, he does get to shout out his Team Ghost. We need a cooler name, dude.
What do you mean? We're Project YGO, dude.
But Ghost.
How much cooler can you get, dude?
Like Call of Duty.
Alright, Billy. See, this is the problem, man.
This is why you've been kicked out 6 times. It's gonna be 7. Well, let's go through some deck analysis.
Oh, I love me some analysis.
So going into day 1, a majority of we saw was like Zoo. Some crazy hitters though. We saw a Dynamist deck going 7-1, losing to the last round that day. Unfortunately, I believe it lost the next day. Sucks, but it's a really big surprise. So let's go through the deck quick, because you might see this in your next regionals. We see double Spinos, double Rex, double Terran, triple Terran, 1 Magical Abductor, triple Phalios, 1 Stegosaur, 1 Anklos, Ghost Ash, Ghost Ogre, Max C, triple card Demise, Limiter Removal, triple Chalice, triple Dynamist Charge, 2 Dynamic Power Load, triple Quaking, triple Dynamist Rush, 2 Lost Wind, triple Dynamist Howling, 2 Strikes, a Warning, and double Horn of Heaven. The side we see a Kaiju engine consisting of 2 Gamma Sealed, 2 Kamungus, 2 Interrupted Slumber, the second Ghost Ash, Leeching the Light, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Lost Wind, 2 D-Bears, 1 Soul Drain, and the third Strike. Extra deck, we see the Infinity package, the Utopia package, featuring Prime. You see Volcasaurus, Bahamut Shark, and 2 Toads, Rebellion, Cargadon, Ragnar Zero, Tornado Dragon, Castel, and Abyssal. So, one of the new cards that Dynamist got in the latest set, Maximum Crisis, was Dynamist Howling. When you act as a continuous trap, when this card is activated, you can place 1 or 2 Dynamist Pendulum monsters from your deck in your Pendulum Zone, but you cannot Pendulum Summon monsters until the end of the next turn. Except Dynamist monsters, even if this card leaves the field. Once per turn, if this card is ready face up in your spell or trap, you can tribute 1 Dynamist monster, then target 1 card in your opponent's control and return it to hand. So that's a free bounce, free scales. So opening this first turn, you're able to get your sales set up, followed by traps such as Horn, Strike, so they can't play monsters. So they they try Pendulum Summon themselves, you strike, they're dead. They try to do a normal summon, such as try to summon a Masterpiece, you Horn of Heaven, they're dead. Then you can essentially go off from there. Pendulum Summon making cards such as Infinity with the 2 5s, such as Spinos or Rex. Making the Bahamut to the Toll using the level 4s, etc, etc. limit removal, of course, OTKs and OTK, because they're all machines. What is it? It's like what? This is 25, 24. Pain, and suffering. Card demise, you can always play the scales, so you can just draw them. The one Ghost Ash, Ash Blossom and such were a bit surprising. In terms of availability, I remember watching the video a bit and he said it's not about that. It's just like during playtestings, I think he said he didn't like it. Leeching the Light, select one. I believe you can take up Masterpiece attack points with this.
Yeah, because he's not being affected by anything. You're forcing your monsters to gain his attack. You're just targeting him.
Yeah. Anthony, you know anything else about this deck?
Horn of Heaven's pretty cool just because, you're playing Pendulums and you tribute. So you're not really losing any advantage. And that field spell makes your opponent lose the attack, I think, or is that one of the Dynamists? I forget. So I know one of the Dynamists does something with like, for every like Dynamist card you have, your opponent loses 100.
Oh,
so
I think it's the trap. I know what you're talking about. Let me see if I can find it.
It's not the trap. It's either a monster or it's the field spell. Just can't remember which one. I think it might be one of the rank 4s. I mean the level 4s. But yeah, basically it's like really good.
Yeah, it's the Pleios.
Yeah. So just having that out is like really good. And then just because this deck can make decent rank 5s is like pretty good. If I was him, I would like try and fit in a Freezer Dawn into a Zero Lancer combo, because then you have like a big ol' 3700 beat stick that can like negate whatever's face up on the field.
Something you wish you had. Wait, Freezer Dawn.
Yeah. Like Crystal Lance.
Oh, Crystal Lance. I mean.
Yeah, Freezer Dawn's not the important part. Yeah. It's just a rank 5 you can make.
It levels up. That's the important part. Like it's like the food, like Tall Mice for the longest time for affinity. Mm-hmm. Oh, Crystal Zero Lancer. That's the.
There you go. Yeah, they like renamed it.
So yeah, this gains 500 for each material. So that's pretty beefy. So what's that? 1, 2, 3 times. That's 1500. So that's 1500 plus 22. 37. Yeah, math. Quick note: Quaking Mirror 4 is always a scary card. Just due to the fact that you try for OTK, like you get greedy, you go for the OTK, they flip the Quaking, you essentially lose a lot of cards. Just due to the fact they can't change battle position afterwards. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, it kind of sucks that he lost the last 2 rounds of day 2. We have a lot of friends that have a similar position, but with creativities like this, we might see him again in the future. But as we mentioned earlier, a majority of the decks were Zoo. In top 8, I believe it was 4 Kaiju, 2 Draco, and 2 Pier. No, sorry. Okay, 2 Zoo, 2 Inferno Zoo, 1 regular Zoo, something like that. Yeah. Let's go through some examples. So let's just start with the regular Zoo. Who is it? So this was second place Peter Zhang's Zoo. We got this from Pro Play Games, yeah? The
yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So this is an interesting build just due to the fact that it's hand trap heavy. Going through the deck quick, we see 1 Gamasia, 1 Humongous. Technically, this is kind of a Kaiju Zoo. 2 Thorough.
Yeah.
2 Thoroughblade, triple Whiptail, 1 Ramram, 2 Rat Pierre, triple Terror Top, 1 target on board, triple Flying Sea. Sorry, triple Ghost Ash. Ash Blossom, triple Ghost Ogre, 1 Maxi, 1 Lunalight, triple Druid Lockbird, 2 Instant Fusion, Regeki, Dark Hole, 2 Fusion Substitute, triple Barrage, and 2 triple Tanky. For the side, we see triple Cosmic Cyclone, triple D Barrier, Dark Hole, Imperial Order, Zero Kiryu, the Star Destroying Kaiju, 2 Mirror Force, the Interrupted Shiny Slumber, and triple Ghost Ash. I'm sorry, Ghost Reaper. Wow. For the extra deck, we see 1 Norden, triple Emerald, 2 Tiger Mortars, 1 Hammer Kong, 1 Chakanine, 2 Trident, 1 Broad Bull, triple Broad. Oh, sorry, 1 Bobo, triple Broad Bull, and 1 Invoker. A quick thing to know about this deck: some pure Zodiac decks, they generally play traps such as the Strikes or the DBR main deck. What Zhang opted to do, he opted to run the hand traps, just due to the fact they're more explosive if you lose dice for going second. You have cards such as Flying Seed, which stops the XYZ plays, Ghost Ash that stops the search for like the true Draco matchup and such. The Druin Lock doing the same thing but in a more extreme. For example, if they try terraforming, you drop Druin Lockbird, they're locked out of a lot of their plays. The Kaijus, just to get ready to get over cards such as Masterpiece. The Regeki Darkhold is set up. And then you have the traditional Zoo combo. Triple Emerald, Anthony, can you tell me about this?
Alright, so this guy, he was really combo heavy. He was saying in the video, basically he played the Triple Emerald because when he would do, like the fusion substitute combo, the really good one where you can get like 4 draws, he would notice that he would have 2 emeralds on board. So what he would basically do is that he would fuse those 2 emeralds on board into the third one and then use the third one to put the other 2 back in. He even said that, like, depending on what his hand was, the most he ever did was play 6 emeralds in a turn. So like this dude went ham a lot.
Some other quick notes on the side deck. You see some pretty strong tech. Ghost Reaper. If you're seeing the mirror match, this is extremely blowout card. I'm just throwing out for Broad Bull, for Whiptail. Sorry, Whiptail. I mean Emerald. Hell, even for Norden. That's such a big minus for your opponent. Like, they lose the search ability, they lose the recyclability plus the draws, they lose the combo piece, they lose the popper, or they lose the other enabler. So if they try to go like Terror Top, you drop the Ghost Reaper, they're just dead Terror Top. Really smart. Mirror Force, of course, if you're going second, this guarantees that you live another turn in theory. Other than that, relatively standard. Everything else is relatively standard. Cyclone, of course, for the True Draco matchup, you don't want their spells and traps to proc. DBR again for the mirror or any other matchup where it's extra deck heavy. Any other thoughts?
No, it's a really unique deck. I kind of like how he plays all the hand traps. Like, it seems bricky, but his logic in the video was that going in his opening hand, he would open up a hand trap 75% of the time, and then if he's going second, he'd have the chance of opening up a second one a little less than 50% of the time. So it's like that kind of guaranteedness of a hand trap, and any of these hand traps can stop a zoo combo like mid flight, or even and True Dracos too, because stop search, stop field spell, stop adding your cards, or stop exercising. It's like really good, and the fact that he focused so much on combo makes this deck pretty consistent.
Oh yeah, I'm going off. For the zoo in general, we see a triangle. We see Pure Zoo, Kaiju Zoo, and True Draco Zoo. If anybody watches Simo, he does a great analysis about this. In fact, it was today's video. He stole my idea. Dang it, Simo. With Pure Zoo beating Kaiju Zoo, Kaiju Zoo beating True Draco Zoo. I'll explain the triangle after we go through all the decks. Let's move on to the next deck, a Kaiju Zoo. If I can find it. So this is the 4th place YCS deck profile. Shoot, I want to say I got this from Pro Play Games. I can't remember off the top of my head. So we see a similar lineup. The Terror Top, the Triple Whiptail, 2 Rapier, 2 Thoroughblade, 1 Ram, 1 Moonlight. But with Kaiju Engine, we see a bigger Kaiju Engine. Gazukiryu, Gameciyo, and Bagra. One Maxi. Wait. Sorry, let me check something quick. Huh. Oh, we see Maxi here. I just had to bring for it. Because Maxi is one of those cards that's kind of debatable if you want to main it or not, but because it's such a strong card, a lot of people still main it. Sorry, the Maxi, triple Ash Blossom, triple Ghost Ogre, triple Barrage, 2 Instant Fusion, triple Tenki, 2 Substitute. He main decks the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber and the Cosmic Cyclone, as well as 1 Book Eclipse. And we see a lot more traps here. The Warning, the Strikes, the Debaters, the Torrential, and the Imperial Order. For the side, sorry, let's go extra quick. We see 2 Trident, 2 Broad Bull, 2 Chugga-9, 2 Tiger Mortars, 1 Hammer Kong, 1 Broad Bull, 1 Norden, 1 Invoker, 1 Samurai, and 2 Emeralds. For the side, we see the Dweller, the Tornado Dragon, 2 Drone Lock, triple Flying Sea, double Retaliating Sea, Lancia, Chalice, double Twin Twister, and Gozen Match. Gaga Samurai, it's something that's been a bit debated in terms of the Zoo ones are right or not. Formerly, people would main the Abyss Driller just for the True King matchup, so like the Dasher's own proc. But because we don't see that many being played or topping, a lot of people opt to play inside or not play at all, playing cards such as Samurai, which would enable the OTK. Tornado Dragon, it's an MST during your player's turn. It's good for those matchups where your opponent has extra, what's it called? Spell Trap heavy. A kind of minor example would be the True Draco matchup, just due to the fact that you can pop their field spell so they can't search. Drone Log, mentioned True Draco matchup. Flying Sea. Retaliating Sea, I want to say the Kaiju, sorry, Kaiju, Metaphors matchup. I think that's it. It also enables you to search for your Maxi. The Lancia, Anthony, remember why you played Lancia?
He said it was for like some random, what you call it deck, that zombie Journey deck. Yeah, but Retaliating also good for just stuff that Fusionist combo play. Like you play it and like the materials go to the graveyard, and then if they want to try and do something in Norden, they can't. They have to like get rid of it somehow first, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, your Fusion substitute goes to the graveyard, so you can't return the Norden. There you go.
Oh, smart. Chalice for the mirror or any other matchups where you have to negate the effect. More on top of that, for the mirror you stop Trident. For other matchups, like let's say the True King matchup, you can stop Calamity this way, assuming you bait out the Logia. Twin Twister against for other decks with Law back row, Paleozoic being an example. Goes in a really strong card. Each player can only control 1 attribute, since all other face-up monsters they control to the grave. Basically, Zoo, all of them are Earth. But in Earth matchups, like I keep saying, True Dinos, True Kings, they have different types, such as attributes such as Earth, Fire, and the what's it called? I want to say the pure True Draco build, because they're all different elements and you can't control, like you can't tribute summon or attempt to or something like that. I'm not sure if that was correct or not.
Well, the Gozen match?
Yeah.
It's because Dinos, they'll have different attributes. Zoo, if you stop them at, say, like the Tuck and Tomboard combo, then they can't play anything else.
No, that's true.
You know, if they try and go for Norden play, they can't because all your Zoo monsters are Earth. You know, stuff like that.
That's pretty smart.
It's a really good card right now. True Draco too, you know. Oh, if they have True Draco and Zoo out, they gotta pick. Do they want the Masterpiece or they want the Zoo? You know?
So, the only minor qualm about Kaiju Zoo, they tend to be a bit more brickier than like pure Zoo. Just the fact that you can like hit all the Kaijus or other non-combo pieces. So it's not as consistent, but to trade off, there's always that OTK potential. Opening a Barrage and a Enter the Slumber, that's pretty much game. You get a Reef Trident, you get Samurai for game, etc. Yeah. Any quick thoughts? Any other thoughts? Sorry.
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, the last piece of this triangle. True Draco Zoo. This was from 10 wins. And you remember you got this or no?
It was like some random guy.
Okay. Like Yu-Gi-Oh player? Is that the profile? Or?
Oh, there you go, Yu-Gi-Oh player. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to his channel. So I'm going through the deck quick. Again, we see a similar Zoom lineup. We see the 1 Thoroughblade, 2 Whiptail, 2 Ram this time, 2 Rapiers, the Terratop Talking Tom board. The hand traps are pretty much the same. The triple Ash Blossom, triple Ghost Ogre, Max C, and the 1 Moonlight. Key difference though, we see the 2 Masterpiece, True Draco Slayer King. Spell cards, we see the 1 Instant Fusion, 2 Terraforming, Fusion Sub, triple Barrage, triple Tanky, 2 True Draco Heritage, 1 Discipline of the True Draco Phoenix, triple $300. I mean $100. That guy I am. True King's Return, True Draco Apocalypse, Imperial Order, and 2 Scoldings. For the side, we see 2 Gamma Seal, 2 Drew and Log, Regeki, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 2 My Body, 1 Zombie World, 2 D-Beers, 2 Unending Nightmares, and a Soul Drain. Extra deck, we see 1 Norden, 2 Emeralds, Dweller, Tiger Mortar, Hammer Kong, 2 Chakanine, 2 Trident, 1 Bulbul, 2 Broadbull, and 2 Invoker. So, going back to the triangle, what was it? True Draco Zoo can beat regular Zoo because they have power cards such as Masterpiece. Masterpiece, you like say tribute the monster, like a trap card, and the monster. That's all of the Peer Zoo's outside Regeki Dark Hole. So like you can just pop their stuff and just go off. In addition, this is a bit faster due to you can search cards. Like you have more searchers. Terraforming getting the Dragonic Diagram, Diagram popping the Ram to go off your combo. As I mentioned last week, if Ram is destroyed by a card effect or battle, you can target 1 Zoo card in your grave, especially summon it. So you can do combos from there. In addition, we see the second effects. True Draco the spells pops back row. The traps pops monster when sent to field the grave. Hence why people run Cosmic Cyclone. The Imperial Order, because once they sit up, they can just sit on Imperial Order, Masterpiece, and Trident. We also see the Scoldings just due to the fact that a lot of these cards are continuous, or they're already activated. It's like Imperial Order is already activated, so it meets the condition for Scolding that this is the only set card, and it's a free Judgment pretty much. Judgment always one of the strongest cards in the game. I miss it. We all miss it. The extra deck, it's a bit interesting to see the double Invoker. The only thought process I have is if it gets hit by the Earth True King. But other than that, I can't really think of another reason why. Going through the side deck, we see some generic stuff such as Gamma Seal, the Drone Lock. Some interesting tech though. We see My Body to protect from the Trident if you're going first or second. The Zombie World for the mirror match, you just terraforming out the Zombie World. You make your play. True Dracos, they can't tribute if they're not zombies. D-Beer again for certain extra deck heavy matchups. Ending Nightmare for the mirror match. Oh, sorry, mirror match. True Draco matchups or other matchups that are heavy deck dependent. For people who don't know what an Ending Nightmare does, you can pay 1k life points to target 1 face of spell or trap on the field, destroy it. You only use the effect once per chain. So that's the thing, once per chain. That's pretty strong. You can use multiple times in turn. Soul Drain, of course, for the True King matchup, and soon to be Cosmo matchup. In terms of why this lose to Kaiju Zoo though, just to the fact that Masterpiece can always get tributed over. So man, you set up all this heavy stuff. You got the Trident, you got Masterpiece that means it's monster in a trap. Unfortunately, doesn't mean it's like you can't just tribute it. Tribute it for Gamma Seal, you just cry because they're gonna OTK you from there. So in terms of the triangle, like we see the giant majority being Pure Zoo. The thing about Pure Zoo, in my opinion, though, is their versatility. We see the side deck, they have a lot more room to side deck, so they're able to smoke screen in a sense. They can go to the Kaiju build, which is essentially just 5 cards, the 2 Slumbers, and the triple Kaiju. It's really easy compared to a deck like True Dracos. You're gonna see you have 2 Terraforming, the triple spells. That's already 5 cards, and then the 2 Masterpiece, 7, and then the continuous spell and traps to go out additional tribute summon. That's a lot of cards, so you can't really smokescreen out of anything. So it's kind of stuck there. Kaiju Zoo, in a sense, it can smokescreen back to Pure Zoo, The only problem is because you're running Kaiju in the main deck, there's always that option where you have to go first and then you can't set up because you break. Anthony?
Yeah, I like bricking, so this is true. I think the thing though is that with Kaiju Zoo, you probably want to go second more often than not, but it depends on what your opponent's playing. Like if you're gonna play against Pure, you're gonna want to go first to set up your Zoo board. But if you're going against something like Masterpiece, you can say try and go second and get out that Masterpiece. So it's all like a rock paper scissors kind of game. You're all playing Zoo, but the Masterpiece subs to Pure Zoo because they have a hard time getting over it. Pure Zoo beats Kaiju's because just Kaijuing everything like doesn't do as much as the Masterpiece, and then hitting the Masterpiece against True Draco Zoo is like really good. But in the end, it's all Zoo.
Yeah, so we're pretty much mirroring the OCG at this point. So we got that triangle. A lot of people were really thinking that like True Kings or True Dracos would somewhat break that mode, so it won't be like a triangle. But there's some big faults in both of decks. Let me just go through some examples. Oops. So let's go to Pure True Draco, if I can find it. Again, don't get me wrong, it's a really strong deck, but there's a lot of faults. This deck, of course, it's susceptible to Ash Blossom. Dropping it, like they tried to diagram, they just can't go off. Additionally, this deck has a hard time going second. Your opponent can go off, but because you're not maining the hand traps due to the fear of cards such as Card Mice, where you lose your whole hand, so you can't hold on to the hand trap, you don't see a main. So like your opponent can go off, but you can't stop it. In addition, if you're going first in your main to hand traps, that could be just a dead card because that's not a combo piece or anything to enable you to search faster.
Yeah, it's gonna mess up your demise.
Oh, don't get me started on demise. So that's one of the problem with like why was it True Draco didn't top 32, just due to the fact that there's a lot of holes in their deck, in the HUD deck.
Yeah, and also you gotta consider too the fact that with like just Zoo decks, because of their Lunalight engine and Norden, which like the OCG never faced, they can draw into at least minimum 2 cards per turn doing their combos, and they thin out their deck by like what is it, like 3 cards at least, from Broad Bowl Surge, and I don't know, from you do like a Tumbler combo, and when you do rat combos, that's you're taking out like 3 cards and then you're drawing 2, so you're gonna draw the hand traps that are gonna mess up your opponent.
Yeah. So going to True King though, it's the minor problem with True Kings is like they can break a lot. Like if you just open the Soul Eating Overraptor, that's not gonna do that much for you. You need either that and then like at least the Dragonic Diagram. But opening the diagram alone, or that's what, a 1 in 6 chance.
Yeah, like you need to open up Diagram and a Baby, or Diagram and an Oviraptor. Like you need to open up those. They're more 2-card combos. While Zoo, a basic combo just needs 1 card to start it off, and then the even better combos where you're driving more cards. Alright, those 2-card combos, those get you like 4 draws. While the normal combo just gets you like True, and this deck needs at least 2 cards to go off. So right now it's just not cutting it with Zoo at the prime peak that it is.
And going off of it, this deck has a bit of a struggle going second. You see the decks such as this build, they don't really have things such as like back row removal. The closest thing they have is the miscellaneous for dinosaur protection, but because of that, their True Kings, which is their enablers, are susceptible to being just destroyed straight out, just not showing up. And they needed to go through their power cards, such as King of Calamity, or to pop their baby so they can go off. Because again, the True Kings, their effect to destroy 2 cards is not a cost. You have to reveal first, so that can just get striked. And you just do the True King, its effect's not gonna proc. And you have a dead baby because there's no other enablers you have. But I'm not saying that these decks are like the worst, but they're still really strong. You just have to find some way to fix these problems to counter what's gonna look like Zoo is gonna be like tier 0, or his rate is tier 0.
Yeah, or you just wait until Zoo gets hit like people did in the OCG, and then they start playing these other decks.
The only problem is our nationals is coming up, so you can't really afford to wait. Japan, the Zoo got hit just like they're still in their season. Like their Nats won't be for another month, and they're really like a new set. So
yeah, and they got Zoo hit in April, so they've been playing a month without like Zoo, a month and a half.
Yeah, so like they have more leeway to play like not play Zoo because their Nats not for like another month, so they can play that format. Where compared to us, we're stuck with this format for God knows how long.
Yeah, we're probably not getting another list until after Nationals.
Or after Worlds.
But yeah, you know, if you're playing these decks and you're doing something wrong, if you want to win, you have to play something with Zoo. Like, you know, even like what was it?
Either you play the same deck or you think like 7 steps ahead.
Yeah. It basically, as long as you have Zoo in your deck and you're playing something with it, you're good. Because even Infernoid Zoo and like a Paleo Zoo deck, top 2. You know, so you know, as long as you're playing Zoo in some capacity, you're gonna do fine. You know, you're gonna do pretty good. Or you're actually at least leveled with everyone else who's playing Zoo.
I'll take that with a grain of salt just because of the fact that everybody is playing Zoo now. Everybody's gonna be ready for Zoo. Like True Dracos, like you might see people not put in the Soul Drain anymore, so you don't have to worry about that. That's something to consider.
I hope so.
Just don't overanalyze it like me and Simo did for UDS. Oh god.
No, you guys were just too far ahead, man.
Yeah.
And you guys got bad pairings. Basically, they sided for Zoo, they mained for Zoo, there was no Zoo. But I mean, once you see this first YCS of the format be all Zoo, and everyone at this point pretty much has Zoo, unless you're like not a super serious duelist. You know, you have to like prepare yourself to face Zoo and be prepared to handle Zoo. If your deck can't handle Zoo consistently, then you're probably not going to do well. So that's just something you have to face.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to play, you know, triple diagram and triple ghost dash and stuff like that, but you just got to be able to be aware and adapt. Yeah, like me, I was playing against Bowie, and I don't have ghost dashes, so I put in 2 drone lockbirds, and that card wrecked the shit out of him. It was pretty funny. He'd go terraforming, search diagram, drop drone lockbird, pass, end his turn. He did not want to do anything else.
Yeah, there's also other strong parts like skill drain. God have mercy.
Yeah, skill drain's OP, guys.
Okay, here first. You just have to think like, what resources do I have? Like if you're a budget player, like you can't afford Ash. That's like what, $90. What other resources I can have at my disposal that can counter Zoo? Skill drain, a perfectly great example. They can't proc if they have no effects. Or like Masterpiece, his effect won't go off because Skill Drain's on the field already. He hits the field, Skill Drain's already applied, so he's not immune to anything. He's gonna get shot in the face.
Or just Dark Hold. Yeah, you know, anything, you know?
You just have to put the time to research to see, like, there's some obscure cards too, like, was it Heat Wave? No one thought of that like 4 weeks ago, but 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but that's, you know, that's for playing True Draco pure though. So that's.
I'm just saying, no, in terms of like leagues, like just trying to figure out your resources, because there's a lot of cards that people don't remember that there's gonna be super strong in the right hands. That's what
another card. Okay, another card. Cut it, Bowie. Cut it before I say it.
So that's it for this week. If you're in the Las Vegas area, God have mercy, I'm driving us down.
Dude, that's not even the worst part. Us needing a top is the worst part. This is like one of our last chance. This is like our second to last chance to try and get an invite.
The stress is real.
Yeah, man.
It's even worse because like you're in final season, I'm at work.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just finished midterms, but yeah, like I still need to do an essay that's due before we go. It's just like, I want to test, but I can't because I got to do all this other stuff. Like I just came out of a midterm like in the afternoon, and that like I spent like the whole weekend trying to study for. Yeah, so, it's crazy.
So if you're in the Vegas area, just look us up. I'll probably wear the Project YGO shirt. I'm not sure about everybody else. I'm the last one on the team apparently.
If you know who Simo is and you see Simo, you'll see us.
Yeah. Other quick notes. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood Marathon started today. If you're feeling down, just watch that. I think that's it. Again, if you always want like a playtest or something, the Discord is there or here. Or if anything, we forgot our sponsors. Hit us up on Project YGO on Facebook. you want to play games, you want discount on cards. We sell cards through TCG Player, eBay, Amazon, but Amazon with Project YGO TCG. You want to hit the deals, you hit them on the Facebook page, you get better pricing there. Shouts to our sponsor, Gatorade. Gatorade, please sponsor us already. Ultra Pros, great sleeves. Ultimate Guard, great deck box. UCI, Yu-Gi-Oh! Club UCI. Great host for tournaments if you're in the Irvine area on Thursday nights. You'll see me and Anthony and maybe P-Bunny. Am I missing anything else?
And with that, YouTube, we're closing out. Peace.
What he said. See you guys.